Hi, friends or foes or whoever happens to be watching. Yeah, I'm going to do this while driving, but like to just say that, my phone is in a secure place, hands-free, and all of this. I don't know if you can see my face or if you really care or if you can see that I'm even in my car. I kind of need to rant. That way, when I go into the place that I have to go to, I don't flip out. Like, I am so close to just flipping the fuck out about this whole thing. And I just said fuck on the internet or to someone's ears that doesn't like that word. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. It's just a word. And it doesn't mean that I'm not intelligent enough to come up with another word. What it means is I'm really irritated. So to begin this rant without further ado, and I will try to, at the end, point out the positives of this, if there are any. Surely I'll come to that by the end of this video. Okay. I have been trying... No, we're going to backtrack this. I once went to give my best friend what I thought was a very nice gift. I do not have a lot of money as I am a stay-at-home mom. I'm proud of this. I decided to sacrifice my real job working for the man and to raise my children. And I try to make ends meet and to do things to supplement the income that at one point in life, in history, you could just do these things and it helped supplement the income, the family income. Our society has gotten so far from just the nuclear family as we know it. And I'm not talking about step parents and this and that. I'm talking about the man makes the money, the woman takes care of the home. I'm talking about, there's gender issues with that and sexist, blah, 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 and all these things. I'm not focused on that right now, and I'm not talking about that right now. What I'm talking about is I wanted to raise my children. Ha! So, first off, I'm against the norm, the social norm, because I don't want to go out and have this extravagant job so I can drive this extravagant car and buy an extravagant garage for it. Yeah, I decided to raise my kids. Whether I'm doing a good job or not is up for interpretation from anybody. However, I went to a friend's house and I said to her, I cannot afford to give you a gift. However, I would love to make you feel better about this lunch that you have to go to for your birthday. And to do that, I'm going to paint your nails and do your hair and just make you feel beautiful. Have the outer part of you really reflect who you are inside and I don't know, it makes me feel good to make other people feel good, and that was the best gift idea I could think of for her. And I thought a long time upon it, and I thought she would really appreciate that. I did that. She felt great. She looked amazing, and she felt so amazing, and it, to me, felt so good to give that. Now afterwards, or during, I'm not sure when, please don't tell the judge, she had said to me, Jess, maybe you could make a couple extra dollars doing this on the side. Say, for example, some girls are getting ready for prom and they don't want to drive the 45 minutes to St. Joe or to Topeka and pay a lot of money in a salon. Maybe you could just have, a couple people that you know closely, on a personal basis, your mother's friend's daughter or your niece, say they wanted to get their nails done, and you can just paint their nails and do a great job and have them feel good about that for $5. And anyway, we're like, oh, I can make money off this. And so we were having a little girls' day, and we made this flyer and this ridiculous advertisement. And basically, the advertisement showed a lot about my creativity. And I made the mistake of putting that on the internet in writing on Facebook. And somebody turned me in because I had also posted one ad flyer at the local post office. I had posted one advertisement that, hey, ever get tired of doing your own nails or going on a hot date or, whatever. Like, there were actually a million things that are open. Basically, my flyer had listed prices that I would charge, say, if I were to do your hair, because I have many family and friends come up to me like, oh, you do my hair? Or I like to do hair, and I do it, I perform these services. I'm guilty of performing these services to people. And afterwards, they always say, oh, here, I can't just not give you money for that. Here, take $10, take $20, take $60. And I'm like, I can't take your money. I did that out of goodwill. However, there's always this struggle where they're like, here, take the 10. And I'm like, I don't want $10. And they say, no, you're taking it. And it's like this big ordeal. So I thought it would kind of be fun just to have like a basic price list of like whatever. And it was so funny. The flyer was up at the post office for 3 days. It was taken down. And I'd written something about it on the About Me part of Facebook. And I forgot that it was even on Facebook in the About Me section. Like, who looks at that? Who wants to know about me? If you really want to know about me, give me a call. Come over. Facebook is, like, not a place where you get facts, people. And I have a fact for you. I put up that flyer. I posted it on Facebook. I advertised my prices and intended to accept money for people or some sort of barter for if I performed a service for them, say, then when we go grocery shopping together, me and you, a dear friend who I just painted your nails, guess what? You're going to have to buy me a Sprite, 44-ounce Sprite with ice. And, like, those were my intentions. I got sued for not having a license by the state of Kansas, the State Board of Cosmetology. Sue is not the right word. They said, listen, here is a summary of your fines. You've practiced in an unlicensed facility. You've practiced without a license. We need $1,000 within 30 days. And you have a right to request relief and to basically go to court. And so what I did was I played lawyer for a day, and I typed up this huge thing about how it was so ridiculous. I mean, they even sent this summary order to a different address. Like, I don't even live at 723 West 7th Street. But my postmaster knows me so well, like, oh, this is for so-and-so. I'm not going to tell my real name on here, because y'all might be stalking this shit. And she just put it in my P.O. box, and my husband happened to open it, and he was like, oh, crap. Anyway, went to court, and the court was actually held in the Kansas State Board of Cosmetology office, and they set up like this whole sting operation where this lady emailed me and said, hey, I'm too broke to go anywhere and get my nails done, and I have a bridal shower of 4 women. Is there any way you can cut me a deal? I'm getting married, and I just really want the day to be special, blah, blah, blah. And I felt bad for her. And I thought, of course, I'll come to wherever you guys are getting ready, and I'll do your nails, and I'll charge you, like, whatever, like, probably nothing. Like, maybe you have a little glass of champagne, or maybe you have, like, a fun story to share with me about how you met your husband, or soon-to-be husband. And this lady, Jane Gilbert, was really not Jane Gilbert at all, but actually the legal representative, assistant lady, stinger, bad person. I hate to judge. She's probably not a bad person, but this was a bad thing she did to me. So she investigated me by sending this email, and I responded, since I had committed to possibly getting with her and possibly painting her fingernails, they slapped me with this $1,000 fine because I don't have a license, and that is the focus of this video and the whole point of my rant. The whole point of it. Being licensed. Okay. So, went to court there. The judge was wearing a polo shirt. He was not a judicial judge. He was another judge. What do they call them? Administrative, or anyway. In my terms, he's a fake pretend judge. Like, he plays one on TV. And I know this, and I say this not to be disrespectful, but because he did not tell me his name. He was sitting 3 feet from me, did not tell me his name. He was wearing a polo shirt. You don't wear a polo shirt to court and you do not state your name. I had to state my name. I had to state my residency. I had to state pretty much everything about me that they don't know. Like, they don't need to know. It's none of their business. Anyway, I need to get off of that rant and just get over it. Basically, at the end of this court session, the judge ruled that he would declare the order within 30 days whether or not I had to pay these fines, as they were assessed to me from the people that set me up for not having a license to do this and do that. I asked some very crazy questions, such as, okay, if I'm being charged $500 in fines for not having a license and painting my own fingernails in my home, like, can I not paint my fingernails? And I was not trying to be a smart ass. Like, I said it as nice as possible, as calming as possible, because I wanted to know. My daughter had to get ready for her dance recital during this time, and she asked if we could paint nails on the porch. And I was like, Shelby, we can't do that. We cannot paint our fingernails on our porch. We own our home. We own our fingernails, and I bought this fingernail polish, but I don't have a license, and I'm afraid that they're going to charge me even more because I promised to cease and desist all of my services. Anyway, I didn't have a license for that. I got charged a lot of money, and I asked, what happens if I cannot pay? What happens if I do not pay? Because something you should know about me personally is I do not mind paying debts that I actually owe, just to society. Just, you know, if I like have a charge account somewhere, I'm going to pay you. If I've been to the doctor and you have seen me, Dr. Whoever, I'm going to pay you for your time and your services, because I'm an upstanding citizen of the United States of America, which unfortunately is not the United States of America anymore. And let me tell you why by getting into the Second Amendment. I'll go ahead and transition my little licensing rant to what I have to do now. Oh, it's rough, man. I like guns. I like to shoot guns at nothing in particular, just targets. It's a very fun and therapeutic recreational thing that I really enjoy doing. It's a hobby of mine. I'm a responsible adult. I do not have anything on my record actually, I didn't renew my tags one time. Like, I have a ticket for that. That's probably on my record. And I paid it because I didn't get my tags. I didn't even, like, I was like, oh crap, I thought I had like 2 months. You know, my bad. So thanks a lot, New Year's Eve, for that a few years ago, like 8 years ago. So, what I did was I followed all of these steps to get my conceal and carry license. Conceal and carry a firearm license. Because I'm a little girl, and I see weirdos around me all the time, and I've often feared for my life by men and women. I've had people break into my home. I've seen people, like in public, that have harassed me, and it would kind of be nice if that harassment and that level of violence or just weird situation had gone to something more intense. It would be nice to know that if needed, I could defend myself and do what a reasonable person would do in the circumstance of someone breaking into your house and trying to rape you. That's happened to me before. And you know what I did? I fucking ran. I ran. And luckily, the guy was so high on meth and was naked that he didn't catch up with me. I'm really fast. I'm a really fast runner. I don't want to live in fear. I've practiced my situational awareness. I know how to use a handgun. I know so many safety rules that I could just list them off, but I'm not going to do that. I paid so much money. I've been fingerprinted. I've gone through hell and high water to get this license. And this is the final step, right? I have to drive to the courthouse and I have to get my license. And I have the paperwork right here saying you need to go to Atchison. Here's the number. Here are their hours. Give them $16 more. This is already cost me over $400. And you can call them, go there, get your license, $16, and then we'll send it to you in the mail. You're not going to actually get it. You just have to drive all the way there and give them money, and yeah. And then we'll send it to you, maybe. Kind of like it took them well over 90 days, which according to the Attorney General, it is against the law. When someone applies, for their conceal and carry license, by law, you cannot go over 90 days without a response. 125 days later, I get my response in the mail. This response says, all I have to do is go into the courthouse with $16. And I'm like, great. So I call just to make sure that I'm going to the right location and that their hours are, what is listed on this little template that they sent me of where I need to go. Come to find out, no, this is all a lie. I thought that I would be going to the courthouse at this address, and that the days they were open to do it says right here, Kansas Department of Revenue, full service driver's license official schedule, locations providing concealed carry licensing services. Atchison. Here's the phone number. Here's the location, the days are open, and the time. So I call them to verify some facts so I don't drive this 30 miles for nothing. And the lady says, oh, wait, hang on. No. What you need to do is call this other number, and there's only one lady working in there, and I'm telling you, there's a really, really long line. And I said, okay, well, what's her name? And I feel bad for her working by herself. That would stink. And so I got her name, and I also got when she's open to do this. And it is not Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's actually Wednesday through Thursday. And the time is not 8 to 5. It is blah, blah, blah to 4:15 in the afternoon. And I said to the lady at the Treasury office whose number I was given, I said, her day ends at 4:15. Why 4:15 and not 5 o'clock like the rest of the fucking courthouse? It says right here on this document. I'm enraged. And I told the lady on the phone, I was really nice to her. I just said, okay, well, I guess I will go stand in line. I'll go stand in line and just see if I could maybe happen to pay $16 so that I can legally conceal a weapon. You know what, bitches? I'm concealing a weapon right now. It's called my fucking elbow. So now that I got all that out, I think I can remain positive and upbeat about this experience of standing in line. And this is what I've chosen to do instead of finishing the dishes and going to Walmart. So I digress.